Hello everyone. I decided to record a Quanta video on how to properly render with the highest quality in the Gigabyte chain. Unreal Engine 5, version 572. And then how to render in Premiere Pro with the highest quality. I build houses for the FAP market, and there to present your product, just pictures of. Buildings are not enough. You need to make a video, and of very high quality. I've watched a lot of tutorials on this. Everyone has different options, all sorts of variations. Basically, to avoid studying all those tutorials, I just decided to turn to Claude Code. I've already used it to write scripts for Houdini. Here it is, Claude Code. It did a very good job writing Python scripts in Houdini to do things quickly in Houdini for modeling for Unreal Engine. So I decided to ask it, and it also did a very good job with the task. And the render came out really well. A worthy render, so to speak. I explained to this Claude Code that I need ultra render quality in Unreal Engine, something like Hollywood blockbusters. Using the movie Dune as an example, the blockbuster Dune, how Dune was rendered in Unreal Engine. And this is what I got. Here's this file, an MOV file. You see 18 gigabytes, and it's only 43 seconds. And the quality is just some kind of insane quality. Well, then I just threw this MOV into Premiere Pro and just rendered it as a preset for YouTube. And it came out to 463 megabytes. Anyway, let's get started. I'll give you a text file with a description, a full description. Here it's all written out here, exactly what Plug Code wrote for me. I put it all in a table. What, how, where, what to do, with what. So all these settings are for the render. In the Unreal Engine, how to start here, how and where to set things. Right. Then comes the render description for Premiere Pro. Also, all the formats, all these things, and basically we'll do it all together now. Okay, well, the sequencer, yes, this is the sequencer that I rendered from. In general, here we have, well, of course, you need to install a plugin. These are plugins, right? And here you need to install, okay, the render one, I think. Let's see. Here's Movie Render Queue. If you don't have a check mark here, check it and restart the engine. And then when you click here, it might be the default. No, it should be the default right away if you install it. Here, click here. And here comes this kind of window, right? And here is unsaved config. You click here. So, and by default, this is what we have now, right? Here are the JPEG settings and so on and so forth. But I saved everything. I've now saved this ultra render right here. If I double click here, it asks me if I want to apply it. Yes, I do. Here, first of all, well, it says here what to do at the beginning, right? Like, at the very beginning, you must open the sequence. Well, you'll read it and everything will be clear. So here in settings, right, you first need to select EXR. Well, I've already selected it, so here it is already. It's already there. Zip is here. 16. You need to put it here. Right. It doesn't say why 16 or 8. Try it either way. And then in anti-aliasing, set this to 1. And this to 8. Then you need to check this box here. Anti-aliasing method. TCR, you must choose TCR. Here 16 and here 32. Then console, variables. It's all in the description right here. console, it's all right here. And an explanation of why to set such values and why to do all this. In short, everything is here. So one by one, you insert the name here, the value here, right here. Okay, and that's it. We don't need anything else here. Then game override. Also, in principle here, as far as I remember, you don't seem to need to change anything. And output. Output, well, of course, what resolution you want. Direct, where you want to save all your EXRs. Why XR? PNG is only 16 bits, while XR gives a 32-bit color gamut. So there's nothing to even talk about here. Here, since where you are in the sequencer, right? I can't see it now. Oh well. I set 60 FPS in the sequencer. Well, I was thinking maybe to shoot it in slow motion. When you shoot in slow motion, you need 60 FPS or more. But really, 24 will be enough. Basically, that's how it all is here. Well, in principle, everything's clear here. Then you press accept. No, sorry. Here you have to save as preset, right? You name it whatever you want and save, and to whichever folder you want. Here, content. Here I saved it as Ultra Render. Here I had my old ones. I tested some, but they weren't very, let's say, good. There, and this one turned out just wonderful. And that's it. You've saved this preset to use it all the time later, except, and render local. And that's it. Then you go to Premiere Pro, right? Here we are in Premiere Pro. Here's what I have. Here, now make a new project, right? File, new, of course, new project. You'll name it, what you want this project to be called. I made a tutorial here, right? I'll turn this one off. Okay, here, import media. Everything is also written in this text file. And I'm going, now I'll find the path quickly. Okay, all these EXRs are in my folder. So you select the first one and put a check mark here, like this, image, sequence, right? And open. And it imports everything for you. Here it all is. And that's it. You just drag this one over. Oh no, 1 second. You need to right click here and modify right and interpret footage. Okay, here. 1 second. Okay, here you go. Need to click right here and put here. I have 60 there, so I'm putting 60. And you see, it immediately wrote 43 for me. Since I made it 60 FPS in the engine, here I also need to, since my audio file is 4337. And then here you need to alpha straight, right here. I think everything is default here, yes. There he wrote it differently somehow. Well, I left the alpha channel here as default, and that's it. Then, okay, and just here, right here, and that's it. Here with Alt, I moved the mouse, scrolled the wheel to make it bigger. That's it, imported the audio file, and my audio file is, and the audio file, here it is. So double click on it, there it appears, and I insert it here. It's a double one here. It's just if I click here now, press like this, select this audio file, look here at the keys I'm pressing so that, oops, no, not that one. Control K. 2. Cut off the excess. That's it. It will stutter a little here, right? But you need to do it as a sequence and render it from in to out, and then it won't like get stuck or stutter. Anyway, then we go to export. Go to export, and here you name it, right? This path, location, you click here where you need to save, and then you go, I'll just set my preset for you here. Oh, here I'll do this Ultra Render Premiere. There it is. Okay, and here's the video. Here, the codec is Apple ProRes 44XQ. Right, then here it will tell you, well, here it's already default. It's just that it's already reading. Premiere is reading all your settings from this sequence in the EXRs. Then render maximum depth, use maximum render quality, and that's it. And nothing more here. Well, and the audio, what audio you want, how much. Well, it's also written there basically. It gave 48 16-bit. And that's it. Then you press export and that's all, and you get your file. So there, you go. QuickTime, the format right here is QuickTime. This is what you select here, right? And when you've done all of this, right, configured everything from these settings, configured everything here, you do the following. You click here, right, and save preset. Save preset, name it what you want, so that later you can call up this preset here and not emitter. Have to type it in again. H, here, color space, I think here too, something like that. I don't remember anymore. Basically, check the text file, everything's done in there, and you'll be all set. That's it. Bye. Thanks for watching this video.